Alright, we're going live. Today I bring you Cruel Control and Legacy. Let's get ourselves into this league here. Join league, Cruel Control. Oh, didn't need to use sticks. That's fine. I'll probably waste these sticks anyway. We'll cancel. So let's view the deck real quick. So, we are Cruel Control. Got 3 islands, a mountain, 2 swamps. That way we have a little bit more of a stable mana base with a lot of basics. Not worry about Wasteland. We are trying to get to 4 mana and 7 mana. So we will need the mana as much as possible. We want to be as least susceptible to Wasteland as we can. All of our fetches are blue because mostly we're going to want islands in the early game for like our counter spells, stuff like that. There are 4 underground seas, 3 volcanic islands, 1 Orborg Tomb Yawgmoth to help with black mana because Cruel Ultimatum requires 3 black. A single mountain so we can make sure we can fix red without having to worry about Wasteland. And then we have, for our spell suite, we have 4 Brainstorm and 4 Accumulate Knowledge for some card draw and card advantage. 2 Spell Pierce, 4 Counterspell and 4 Force of Will for some counter magic to help protect us early in the game. We've got 2 Fatal Push, 3 Instant Blood, and 3 Lightning Bolts. 2 K commands, those are our removal spells of choice. Obviously, Cruel Ultimatum later in the game can be a removal spell as well. And then we've got 4 Jace Mind Sculptor, 1 Kess for a lot of card advantage later in the game. Kess I've been playing a lot with lately, and she's been awesome. Being able to rebuy all your spells from your graveyard is really nice. A little awkward with the Innocent Blood, but I don't foresee that to be a problem, really. And then, yeah, 2 Cruel Ultimatums. So for anyone that follows mostly Legacy, you're probably not that familiar with this card, if at all. Unless you're familiar with your Dream Halls deck that was going around like a few years back. So Cruel Ultimatum is 2 blue, 3 black, 2 red. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, discards 3 cards that loses 5 life. You return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, draw 3 cards, and gain 5 life. So this can go really well with rebuying our Snapcaster Mages, keeping our opponent under control, and it can be like a possible win condition later in the game where we can cast multiples of these using Kess as well, or even Snapcaster Mage. I've actually had a game against Burn, or a match against Burn that I actually won because I was able to cast Cruel Ultimatum a few times, so hopefully we'll be able to get some games in like that where we get to have some fun casting that card and hopefully resolving it. Sideboard. Sideboard, we have 2 Flusterstorm, 3 Surgical Extraction, a Dread of Night, 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Pyroclasm, 2 Diabolic Edict, 2 Toxic Deluge. Against creature-heavy matchups, we have like the Pyroclasms, the Toxic Deluges, the Diabolic Edicts, Dread of Night for like Death and Taxes. These will obviously replace most of our counter magic since counter magic is not going to be very good in those matchups. And then we have like the Surgicals, the Flusterstorms help against combo. The Flusterstorms can also help against control to make sure we can force through some of our spells. Thoughtseizes are also for combo matchups. You start ripping cards out of their hand. And Diabolic Edict's mostly there for Dark Depths, since that's going to be a struggle for us for sure. But that's where the mana base is, that's where the deck list is, and that's where the sideboard is. So we're going to try this out. I did have Wastelands list in the initial form of it, but I don't think Wastelands are correct. Obviously, we're a very mana-intensive deck. We don't want to be behind lands at all, so we don't want to be wastelanding opponents when they're possibly wastelanding us. Let's get into this league and see what we can do. I think 4 counterspells is going to be too many. A double blue may be a struggle, so we're going to have to see how that goes. We only have 4 sources that don't make blue, so hopefully it shouldn't be a big issue. And we'll see what happens. So I hope everyone's doing well tonight. And I've had a decent day. Looking forward to starting my first week. I actually stopped working on my LGS as of last week to pick up more hours as electrical apprentice. So getting that fired up, getting that going, and hopefully make some more money. It'll also mean more nights off, which means I can possibly stream more if opportunities arise. So you might see more of me if you care. If you don't care, well, I'm not sure why you're here. That's right. How's it going, Aaron? We're getting some Cruel Ultimatums up in her. We have been paired for our match. We are going to be able to play. That's awesome. Yeah, this is pretty good. Removal early game. We got Brainstorm for blue card. We got Force blue card. Brainstorm with fetch land. So if we find that some of this removal is going to be shite, we can get rid of some of it. So we're going to keep this. You're still testing Bug's Death Shadow? Was that in Modern, or are you testing it in Legacy? So we're against Ewok Slayer. It's kind of rude. Ewoks are very nice little creatures. Slaying them is not really acceptable, in my opinion. My opponent had to mulligan 6. Taking some time to see if they're going to mulligan into 5. Testing it in Modern. It seems fine. You get some Tarmogoyfs. So if you posted something with like Rancor on a Tarmogoyf or something like that, Rancor on a Death Shadow seems pretty good too. Oh, okay. Nice. I thought in Vegas last year you ended up settling on the, what was it, black-green or whatever. I'm going to start with the Scalding Tarn. In case we need to bolt something first turn, I want to be able to have that option up. And if we need to hide some cards with Rancor, or not Rancor, damn it, you just said Rancor in the chat. Thanks, Siren. We need to hide some cards with Brainstorm, we'll have the opportunity to go get a Bulk, cast Brainstorm, hide things if we need to. Oh, okay. So you're trying to do the Bug Death Shadow deck in Legacy instead? Or in Modern now instead? Swamp's not terrible. I'm not entirely into it, but we're going to start with Underground Sea. We're just going to go ahead and pass until response. See if our opponent does anything. Stitcher's Supplier. I'm not sure what that card does. Alright, so far my opponent's played Marsh Flats.
Oh, yeah.
Drawn 2 cards. I'm going to log into 6. I haven't done anything else. Find out what happens, I guess. Bloodstained Mire. Okay, interesting. Math Madman. Thank you very much for following. Appreciate it. Stitcher Supplier. When this enters the battlefield or dies, put the top 3 cards of your library. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I feel like we might be against Death Shadow. We could be against... I actually don't know what we're against right now. Marsh Flats and Bloodstained Mire is very weird. I'm going to go ahead and just play Swamp here. I'm just going to pass again. Right now we're just playing the slow game, trying to make sure we don't die. Bloodstained Mire, Marsh Flats. This is probably something non-blue. Turbo Delirium, the effect. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we're going to first peek at what kind of lands our opponents are playing. Swamp. Okay. So this could be some type of Pox. I'm very confused as to what's going on here right now. Good chance we get to rest, maybe? Cobble Therapy. Let's go ahead and brainstorm a response to that. So it's likely going to be like Storm we're against. Could be some random Nick Fit too. Double Force, so I definitely don't want to lose either of those. I'm going to go ahead and put the forces down. Okay. Name what you will. So if this is Storm, we could just be dead here. Having the double force, it could have been worth it to force that pitching like Jace or Snapcast Mage and holding the other force with the other card in hand. This could be Black-Eyed Reanimator we're against, or some type of Reanimator variant. Could also be Dredge, probably not. They don't usually run fetch lands. So I'm guessing Black-Eyed Reanimator, but we'll find out. Okay. Played a Badlands in the past. We drew our Force of Will for turn. We have another Force of Will on top. We'll play this Volcanic Island so we can snap Brainstorm to get that second Force in hand if necessary. We'll just pass. Once I get my next land in play, I'm bound to probably just resolve a Jace. Since we'll have some mana up. Let's see what my opponent does here. Mind drawing counterspell or anything here. End of their turn, likely I'm just going to Snapcast Mage Brainstorm. Get some more information what's on top of our deck, get some pressure in play. So we're not just sitting here saying draw go forever. It's not really the position I would want to be in against a Br Reanimator deck, so if that is what we're playing against, we would like to get something into play. So let's get the Snapcaster Mage in play. It is noted we could have possibly snap bolted, but I'd rather not do that. It doesn't feel really worth it. I think Snap Brainstorm is probably just better here. Snapcaster Mage is not great pressure, but it is pressure nonetheless. I don't think we're going to need this. We likely will need this Innocent Blood. I'm going to go with Lightning Bolt, Innocent Blood. We'll have 5 land in play next turn, so we'll be able to have Spell Pierce up, plus we'll have Jace. So I'm going to go ahead and fetch here. Plenty of black at the moment. I'm getting a Volcanic Island. I'm just going to go ahead and resolve a Jace here. We have Spell Pierce, Force back up, so pretty good right now. Get some value off this Jace. Take a look at our fresh top decks. I don't think we need both Innocent Blood, so we're going to fetch one of those away. We'll keep an Underground Sea in hand because we're going to want the extra mana. Again, we're trying to build towards Cruel Ultimatums in this deck, so it's going to be pretty necessary to do that. We have Underground Sea in hand, so we're just going to go get this Volcanic Island here. And we'll go to combat and we'll hit with our Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Snapcaster Mage isn't particularly considered pressure, but it's better to tap out, get your threat into play, so we have something to get them going. If it is Reanimator as well, the faster Snapcaster Mage takes down their life total, the less likely they are to reuse stuff like Reanimate and whatnot. Change the avatar for my stream. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Probably not a terrible idea, Kendra. Thanks for the heads up. How's it going? Now that you're here, we get to lose flawlessly. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. If we lose this one, now we're going to have to say hashtag blame Kendra, because that's pretty much where that goes. Yeah, got a lot of cards, so we're going to have to put some back. I'm okay putting some Force of Will and some Innocent Blood back. Place Underground Sea. We're definitely going to want our opponent to do something so we can start interacting with their spells. As of right now, we have a Counterspell, Spell Pierce, Double Force. So we're doing pretty good right now as far as this goes. We'll be able to interact with discard plus actual spells. So we're looking nice right now. They don't do anything on a turn, I'll likely accumulate knowledge. Just get a little deeper in my deck. I would like them to do something though. Okay. Want to clean up, they're going to discard the hand size, Crystal Brand. So we're definitely against some type of Reanimator variant. So we're going to be definitely trying to set up to have quite the fight on the stack. We're going to put these 2 Innocent Bloods back. Would like to draw another land there, but we did not. That's fine. Like I said, we're just trying to get some pressure down right now, get it set up so we don't just, they can't just use Reanimate. We have Bolt K commands, so if they try to Reanimate their Gristlebrand here, we can actually put them to exactly 8 and they'll die when it resolves. So that's actually not that bad. I'm going to have to discard the hand size, I think. Let's bolt him here. So we're going to discard the hand size. We're going to discard this Jace the Mind Sculptor. We don't particularly need it right now. Oh, thank you very much, Kendra. I appreciate that. Alright, what do we got? Animate dead. Yeah, okay. That's going to get met with a counterspell. Okay. Dark Ritual, we are going to Spell Pierce. We don't want them to have the extra mana to possibly like Thought Seize us plus use a Reanimate. This also means K command's down right now. Not a big deal. We have Force. We have 2 Force plus blue card pitch, so we should be able to shut down anything they're trying to do this turn and win. I'm also shut off from Snap Bolt. It's worth noting. Okay. Our hand size is down a little bit. Keep getting this lovely card advantage off Jace. Hopefully find another blue source. Okay. You have a Bloodstained Mire activation. Okay. Okay. So I put back both Innocent Bloods. We have like a ton of Forced Pitch, so we're actually in extremely good shape right now. So let's put into 7. We Snap Bolt, that puts into 4. We Hold Gunspan, puts into 2. That's not good enough. If they don't do anything on their end step, I will Snap Bolt them, and then they'll just be dead next turn. Right now I have 3 force, 3 blue card up, so we should have just had this. Okay. Black Reanimator goes down. So we're going to go post board now. We want our Surgicals. We want our Fluster Storms. I'm not horribly anti-Thoughtseize. I'm also not horribly for it. Fatal Push isn't generally going to be bad. Innocent Blood's going to be okay, but it's still not particularly where we want to be. Bolts. I don't think we want bolts either. Like, they can close out a game a little faster, but we might actually want the Thoughtseizes over bolts, I think. The rest of this is okay. Jace is a little slow. We could probably trim a couple Jace, like a couple Diabolic Edict, which actually, I'm actually fine with that. I'd like to do that. We'll try that out. I think this is fine. So sideboard out was all of these. Sideboard in was what you saw. We got some counter magic here. We're a little slow though. If they have a very fast opener, we're very dead. I don't know if we can particularly. I don't know if we can just mulligan though. It's like if they trip up at all, we're in very good shape. So I think we have to keep this. I would have preferred to mulligan to like Surgical plus some type of like force blue card, but I don't think we can afford that. They have discard and whatnot, so if we just mulligan to like force or whatever. Crypt Breaker, okay. So that makes me feel really silly after boarding out all my Fatal Pushes and Lightning Bolts. I forgot that this was tech out of the sideboard for them. Surgical Extraction is not a bad draw, so we'll have that if they try to discard the creature. So if they just try to go for it here, we can get them. Highly doubt you're using Crypt Breaker to attack. Maybe you do, I don't know. Nope, okay. I actually had some luck. I should have play points right now. What is that random alarm for? Okay. So, just going to play another land. Yeah, I know the Crypt sideboard plan. I'm familiar with the Crypt Breaker sideboard plan. I just didn't realize they were still on that. Lotus Petal, okay. So we do need to answer this Crypt Breaker. Dialogue Edict will not be good enough now. What else do we have right now? Pretty much all my removals out of the deck, except for Dialogue Edict. So, that's something to think about. I don't know that we can actually answer this Crypt Breaker with a token in play. Unmask. I don't really want my opponent to have information, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to counter that up. They pitched an Entomb, so I don't think they're going to be on the... Oh yeah, we still have K-Command, good point. They pitched an Entomb, so I don't think they're on the Reanimate plan. Or if they are still on the Reanimator plan, they're not trying to get a card right now. Yeah, I do have 2 K-Commands. I also have 2 Jaces, in all fairness. Not particularly what I want, but okay. Yeah, you're going to Cobble Therapy. They're probably going to name Force. They might name Surgical. Surgical in response might have been worth it, but I think they're going to name Forcible. Let's hope they don't name Surgical. I set it out 2 Jace. I have 4 in total. Chosen card's Brainstorm, so they missed on that. They can Flashback Therapy here. Get our Surgical, or get our Counterspell, or Accumulate Knowledge if they want. Yeah, this deck's real greedy. 4 Jace. It's fun times. I don't think I Surgical that. It looks like they're probably just gonna... Feels like they're just gonna flash that back, so I might have to anyway. I don't particularly like. They have 1 card in hand, so it can't be Reanimate, blah, blah, blah. I don't like this. I'm gonna surgical that out. I'm kind of curious to see like what they've sideboarded in, what's in their hand currently, and what they're doing. So I will surgical a couple therapy during combat, so they can't just flash back. All right, they have mismatched cobble therapy, so that's kind of cute. So they still have Tidespot Tyrant, 2 Gristlebrands, Sire of Insanity, Archetype of Endurance, Ashen Rider. All right, so they're still pretty. They still have their whole reanimate plan. They still have Iona. Okay, and they have 2 more Crypt Breakers in the deck. I think they named Brainstorm because if we didn't respond to that with a force, it probably meant like we didn't have force in hand. And then if they name Brainstorm, they get to stop us from. If they name Brainstorm, they get to stop us from like brainstorming to like hide cards from them in the future or fix our draw. So it kind of makes sense, but it's still a little sketchy. Well, that's kind of rough. So I'm gonna go ahead and fetch a Volk real quick. Just gonna pass. I am gonna end up casting this accumulated knowledge to cantrip into my deck a little bit. Alright, make another zombie. So we're in. Oh, I'm a monster. Yeah, I know. Oh, I see. You're talking to Aaron. Yeah, Aaron is a monster. It's just like an Aaron thing. So we're looking for Snapcaster Mage. Looking for K command. I'd love to draw K command to kill the Crypt Breaker. I would not mind drawing Snapcaster Mage to trade with one of these zombies, possibly K command the other one, to just restabilize the board. It's kind of where we're at right now. It's not pretty, but it'll work. At end of step, I'm going to definitely accumulate knowledge here. Take a little deeper into the deck. Hopefully we don't just find another land. Another land. Okay, that's great. Not where we want to be right now. Alright. Another land. Perfect. Okay. So we'll be able to cast Jason when we eventually draw one. So that's good. Might not live that long. So we're about to take 6 next turn, go to 5. And then we'd have to K command, snap K command to even come close to stabilizing the board. Which I don't think we can do at this rate. We're 1 land behind where we need to do that. So yeah. What can we draw? Can't believe I'm actually gonna bring in Pyroclasms. Feels bad. Yep, take 6, go to 5. Okay. When you discard as okay, part of the activation. Let's say if you discard part of the resolution, we can actually stop that from happening. Let's cast a brainstorm, see what we can find. Cruel Ultimatum's a little too slow right now, so we're gonna have to just concede this game. Can't beat the 4 zombies plus Crypt Breaker that'll come through post board. I'm gonna bring in 2 Pyroclasms. Cruel Ultimatum's way too slow here. I don't know how I didn't board that out in the first place. I think. I feel like I have to bring in Lightning Bolts now. I don't like that, but I think I have to. At the very least, Lightning Bolt can speed up our clock, so that's fine. Maybe Thoughtseize is just too cute. Maybe Thoughtseize just isn't really good. We'll play it's probably a little better, but I think I'm fine just going with bolts. I want Thoughtseize to play and bolts on the draw. I guess I want bolts regardless, because we need to be able to answer the Crypt Breaker. We don't have very many ways to answer it. I guess we have Pyroclasm down post boards, that's not terrible. We're going to try this, see if this works. This hand's fine. Keep it. It's really an Aaron thing. Aaron. Doesn't matter. The Irons play Griefer decks. The Iron plays fucking Dredge. Possibly I should have played Scalding Tarn, so if they just go turn 1 Crypt Breaker, I could just go ahead and bolt it. Not too worried about that. I guess I won't be able to hold up a counterspell on this play. So I guess, yeah, playing the Scalding Tarn to go get Bulk is probably correct. Thoughtseize. Okay. We're not going to respond to that. I'm just going to throw a bolt out for no reason. They're going to get the Surgical, but we're not going to Circle Bloodstained Mire. We can later, we can draw Snapcaster Mage and Snap Surgical something, so they just go like Petal, Dark Ritual, Entomb, Reanimate. Like, they had what they needed to get there, so not much we could do about that. The counterspell's not bad. We pass the turn. They don't do anything on their turn, and the turn will accumulate knowledge to draw a card, and then if they don't do anything on the next turn, we'll accumulate knowledge to draw 2 cards. And accumulated knowledge will slowly start to gain more value. My initial build of this deck actually had some Pyromancer's Ascensions in it, and that was sweet when you're resolving Cruel Ultimatums. What you got? Red card? Faithless Looting? I'm going to go get Vulcan. I'm going to go ahead and counterspell that. I don't want them to be dumping cards in their graveyard, especially if they're looking for more lands, possibly. They have like some 2 CMC reanimation spells in their hand. I don't want them to be able to dig into more lands to find them, so get those online. So we'll see what happens here. If they don't play another land, I'm going to feel a lot happier about that play. If they play another land here, I'm going to feel less happy. So I'm less happy about that play. Alright. It still requires them to have like Dark Ritual, Entomb Reanimate, or Entomb Animate Dead or whatnot. So I think we're going to be okay here. They might just cast another Faithless Looting anyway. No, black, Dark Ritual. Okay. Did we get got? Yep, we got got. Yeah, if your opponent just has it, they just have it, right? It's going to be a Sire of Insanity. No, Gristlebrand, okay. Okay. Yep, you have a Gristlebrand, I have nothing. So that's unfortunate. Good. Hopefully draw a Diabolic Edict now. We get really greedy and draw 7 more, we can just kill them with Bolt. I don't picture they're going to draw 7 more, but we could get lucky. So Diabolic Edict could be a great top deck here. See the 2 cards they discard when they discard. Nothing like getting got. Discarding Reanimate. Marsh Flats, okay. Well, that's the Snapcaster we would have needed. We're going to have to take a hit from Gristlebrand, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to draw a card, hope to find more land. That's more land, that's cool. Alright. See what happens. If we get lucky, they'll get greedy with their Gristlebrand again, draw 7 more cards before they attack us, and we can just bolt them to death. I don't picture that's going to happen. Having already drawn 7 cards, having a Gristlebrand in play, they don't need to do much more. So if I'd actually accumulated knowledge last turn, is that a counterspell? No, that still wouldn't have mattered. I guess if I was 1 draw closer, I could have actually... 1 more draw, I would have had Snapcaster Surgical up. It's unfortunate the way that one worked out. Yep, you have a lot of life. I don't have that much. What you got? Dark Ritual. Okay. Another Dark Ritual. Okay. Cobble Therapy. Oh. I don't just want to lose this Lightning Bolt to that, so I'm going to go ahead and bolt them. I guess they're probably not going to hit the Lightning Bolt, though. So I'm fine with that. Right, this is like a 10 fins type variant of this deck, which I didn't see in the second game when I started Gold, but accumulated knowledge. Okay, so we don't have the second accumulated knowledge, unfortunately. Get greedy and draw 14 cards. Why not? It's fine. Drawing 14 cards is good. I'm sure they have a lot more discard they're going to be firing at us as well. Can't picture why they would double Dark Ritual. They didn't have more discard. Faithless Looting, okay. So we fell for countering the Faithless Looting. It's unfortunate. Discard another Gristlebrand and another Cobble Therapy. Okay. Still have 4 mana floating. What else you got? Draw some cards with Gristlebrand. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Still can't reach and still can't kill him, but okay, another Entomb. So I'm likely guessing we're going to see a Sire of Insanity here. Could be Iona. Yeah, Iona. There it is. Can't animate it, because that would just kill them. They do have the mana for Exhume, though, so we're just going to go ahead and fire off this bolt at their face. Pretty much just accept the fact that we've lost. Not sure what color Iona names. If we boarded in Toxic Deluge, that would be an out if they don't name black. They name blue. Okay. I don't think we have anything here that's no. It's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a Crypt Breaker. That's cute. Okay. Well, Brainstorm's a card we can't cast, so we're just going to go ahead and concede. So we lost against bullshit, but we're playing bullshit, so I can't really complain about that. I got tricked. It's possible I should have just let the Faithless Looting resolved and waited for the actual reanimation spell. In general, I don't like to let the spells resolve that can get the creatures, but they had exactly what we were worried about anyways. They had the Dark Ritual, Exhume, Entomb, so pretty much what we were worried about regardless. If we let the Faithless Looting resolve, they might have been able to also made us discard, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, losing a Crypt Breaker game too was really unfortunate. I almost kept in bolts just for the reach anyway. Couldn't find the K command in time either. That's magic for you. Alright. Join match. Yes, we'll be on the play. Yeah, we're on the play again. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'll try this. We need some black mana, but we've got the ability for a counter spell. We've got force, we've got blue cards. I said hi, good luck, so I said, hey, good luck, have fun. Goblins, Jesus. It's garbage. Okay, let's get a black source. Don't want to just use Snapcaster Mage as an ambush viper. We may have to, though. Hopefully I don't have a red source to just get us. Oh, hello. Oh, maybe they won't attack because we just pump faked. Alright, they're still attacking. So we're going to just flash on the Snapcaster Mage, and we're going to block that. I ain't playing this game. I am perfectly fine with trading Snapcaster Mage for a Goblin Lackey when they are stuck on one land. Wasteland, okay. So they're going to hit our Revolve. That sucks. No, they're not. Okay. They're going to give us a chance to cast something else. Can't counter that. That's right. Can't wait to have Pyroclasms post-board. And Toxic Deluges. That's not good. I'll cast this Accumulated Knowledge. See if we can draw. Another Accumulated Knowledge, not good enough. We don't have Sweeper's main board, so we might be in a little bit of trouble. We do need more mana sources, and this Wasteland's going to really punish us. They may wait to Wasteland us if they have a bunch of 3-drops in hand, and they want to get like Goblin War Chiefs and stuff out. Okay, there's a mountain, so we might see a War Chief here. I highly doubt we'll see a Chieftain. Chieftain I feel like would have come down pre-combat. Matron, yeah, that's pretty good. All his counter magic in our hands are really bad right now. It's one of those matchups where I don't like having all this counter magic. It's one of the only things I hate about heavy control decks when you're heavier on the counter spells. Keyblade Knowledge missing. When we're looking for more land, that's really unfortunate. Just have to cast another Keyblade Knowledge. We need lands. Gotta draw something. Hey, there's an Underground Sea. Sweet. So this feels bad, but we'll have to do something, so we'll let them get rid of one of these tokens. So what they get? Chieftain. So next turn we can, if they don't Wasteland us, next turn we can K-Command, kill the Chieftain, and make them discard a card. Or kill the Chieftain, return Snapcaster Mage. They have double Wasteland now, so I feel like, yeah, they're going to go for that move. That makes sense. Yeah, they didn't Wasteland us again, so I'm actually going to stay in for a bit longer. They'd Wastelanded us twice, I'd probably just be scooping right now. Yep, it's a lot of damage. Starting to pile up, and on the land, so we're just going to concede because we can't keep up with this at this point. And we have a very good game against them post-board. So 2 Pyroclasms coming in, 2 Tux Deluge coming in. That Bucky's probably fine, not great, but 3 Thoughtseize coming in. Counter spells in general are going to be bad. Spell Pierce is going to be real bad. Forcible is not great. So they actually have one more slot open. Nothing else there I like, though. So I just keep in a counter spell. It's not pretty, but it could be relevant. I'll keep a Spell Pierce in. I know it's kind of awkward, but they are a Vile deck. So I may want to have the Spell Pierce to counter a Vile on turn 1. I mean, granted, it's going to be one of in the deck, so it's not likely to happen, but it's better than doing nothing, I guess. Stumbling a little bit on lands early in that game definitely hurt us, but wasn't what made the game. Having mostly counter magic in our hand was definitely what hurt that game. But we got plenty of sweepers and a little bit of extra removal post board, so we should be fine. Well, this hand's dog shit garbage. This hand's not any better. So now we're not finding lands. It's great. Shuffler hates me. Come on. This is keepable, I guess. I'm going to keep Snapcaster Mage on top of my library. So start this Blue Delta and pass. This is probably going to go basic. We definitely need to make sure we protect our land database. Volcanic Island's a little sad, but of course we didn't have Soul Pierce in our hand for that. They can make an answer it later, so that's fine. Volcanic Island, pass turn. Don't play a Wasteland, don't have Wasteland. What a cock. They had the Wasteland, what a dick. Well, that's 2 more lands, that's pretty good. I'm going to put back Accumulate Knowledge, Pyroclasm. Say okay. I have to get rid of anything I don't want to be the Accumulate Knowledge particularly, but okay, they didn't just randomly violent on Blackie, so it's probably going to be Island, Mountain, Goblin. That's cool. Okay, well, so I'll draw that Accumulate Knowledge. That's fine. There that is. Okay, so they're building up to like Chieftain type of play. Could be Chieftain or War Chief plus like pile drivers we see here. If that's the case, that's kind of scary. Not great for us, but We only swipe the board next turn, if that's the case. Snapcaster Mage will not save us from getting punched really hard if they are our own pile drivers, and that's what we're about to see. Matron. So they're going to tutor. Tutor's not terrible for us. Again, Ringleader. Ringleader makes sense. They're about to hit 4 on their vial. Drawing K-Command wouldn't be terrible either. I'd be okay with K-Command. Shatter Shock. Or Shatter Shock, whatever the other creature they play. I'm definitely up for that. Chieftain. Okay. Another Cow Missiles. Even Govern. Yeah, okay. I don't mind taking this one hit. It's going to end a turn and accumulate knowledge. This is definitely on a mountain. I definitely want to make sure my mana base is safe as possible. I was going to get us Basic Island. Okay. Cast accumulate knowledge, draw some cards. Draw K command, that's perfect. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, look, Swamp. Perfect. Yeah. We're going to Shatter and Shock. So destroy target artifact and kill a creature. So that's going to kill this chief, and it's going to shatter this vial. So I'll slow him down a little bit. Another counter soul. So we're definitely not countering anything ever, which is good because we only have one spell pierce on the deck that's actually a counter spell. We draw one more land, we can also snap K command next turn, which is nice. Oh boy. If they fall for the chieftain or war chief, we're in a little bit of trouble because this card will be able to. Yeah, they are. Look at that. So this card's going to be able to attack this turn. We're going to take some damage. They're going to put something else in the play. Fire Cloud's going to be real good, hopefully. Especially if it's a Siege Gang Commander. Or Krenko. Krenko's a 2-2, right? Oh, Krenko's a 2-2. Jump Bomb Incinerator. Seems real good. Okay. So we're going to wipe your board now. See here like this. We're going to take a peek at what you got in your hand. We're going down to 8. They have a lot of hasty threats, so that's going to be kind of scary. Goblin Trash Master. Goblin War Chief. What do you got for mana? 4? Ugh. So this is like a Lord effect, which I really don't want them to have. This is going to take all their mana in a turn before they can activate it, so I can actually snap Pyroclasm to get rid of that. So I'm actually okay with them having the Siege Gang, which they can't cast currently. Trash Master is pretty good. Blood Moon. Okay. We're going to fetch another basic island. Looks like we're probably not going to be resolving a Cruel Ultimatum in this game, which is good because we boarded them out, so we don't have to worry about that. Jace is going to be pretty good. So, yeah, I kind of wish I brainstormed last turn so we got this land already. I'm going to go Brainstorm Tarn back, and that's going to resolve. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to have a red mana up at least. That's cool. Right? Yeah, a little red mana up, whatever. Alright, we're going to go... Oh, hello. Don't concede. Alright, we're going to start Fate Sealing. We're going to be an aggro Fate Seal. Pile Driver. Do we want that on the bottom of the library? No, I mean, we can answer it, so I'm not worried. We're going to let them keep that. We can actually snap K-Command next turn. So we can make them discard this and kill their Pile Driver. I'm happy with that, and then we'll have a clock in play. So that's not bad. They have no way to give it haste, which is really what I would be concerned with there. Yeah, let's get some information here. What do you got? What's on top of your library? Wasteland. Nope, you can draw that. Alright. So snap. Target K command. Okay. K command is going to make you discard and kill your Pile Driver. Okay. You can draw that Wasteland, hit your 5th mana. That's fine with me. Don't care anymore. Let's play this game now. Let's play the game of what are you drawing, buddy? So I know the only creature we would really be scared of right now is a Pile Driver, because we can't just like bounce it with Jace if we need to. We also can't block it with Snapcaster Mage. But since our opponent can't really do anything, we're just going to be on this plan. Nope, you can draw that. And you can also suck it. So we're much more set up against this deck post-board than pre-board, for sure. Okay, yeah. You should scoop there. Good job. So there's nothing I see that I really want to do different. Instead of having Spell Pierce, having Force might be the only change I want to make, but I don't think that that's really relevant. We don't really have enough blue cards to support a Force opening hand plus blue card. So I think keeping the Spell Pierce is going to be okay. Circle is a little tempting, because we can like counter Lackey and circle it out. We don't have to worry about like our Chieftain or something. But that's kind of like, that's not really a thing we're looking to do. With the 2 Toxic Deluge, 2 Pyroclasm, 3 Bolts, 2 Fatal Push, and we should be fine. I have the ability to fetch some basics here, plus I have my 3rd land, so I'm going to keep this. I wouldn't mind, so we have Fatal Push for like Lackey or whatever. We have Brainstorm to fix up our hand if we need to. We have Accumulate Knowledge for some card advantage and whatnot, so we're looking pretty good right now. Wouldn't mind a K command now. Yeah. So we're going to start with just this Blue Delta. We might want to fetch a basic Swamp, so I'm just going to hold this up, possibly fetch a basic Swamp to Fatal Push if they put something into play. Okay. They have Port. They might try and get a little annoying with that. Apparently not. Let's play that. Say go. Nope, not letting that happen. I'm going to fetch out my basic Swamp now. Okay. Port Fizzles. And putting your Lackey. Oh, I see what they did there. Cute. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get an island and cast my Accumulated Knowledge with that mana. So I can put this fetch land in play and have Fatal Push up. So I'm not too worried. Next turn we can hopefully just like Thoughtseize. This is going to be pretty good as well. Love my opponent to try and resolve a Blood right now. Get rid of that pesky Port. Ringleader. Well, I'm not countering that card, unfortunately. So that's gonna resolve. So they got a Lackey and a Chieftain. So Chieftain's a little annoying. We'll likely kill that. So we know that these 2 cards are in hand right now. I could just fetch and then Fatal Push their Chieftain. I don't think that's really worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and Innocent Blood here. Get rid of this Ringleader. Okay. So they're gonna put in the Chieftain. They're gonna put in Matron. Oh boy. Okay, that's interesting. With this I'm gonna get the Underground Sea. I was not anticipating that. But I also don't want them to. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that card. Do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit their Ringleader with this Fatal Push. Just want to make sure that gets answered. This is obviously just sacrificial. So I'll be able to play Volcanic Island here. Oh man, I really need a basic island off that. Huh. It's going to be awkward if they play Blood Moon next turn. So I got another Ringleader. So they're going to be reloading their hand again. Need to be able to deal with that. Probably should have just let the Matron resolve, see what they went and got, and then responded. Because now I could just Thoughtseize this Ringleader, but now I could have just Thoughtseized this Ringleader, now I can't. So that was a mistake. Because any deck I don't like losing to its Goblins. I guess it's really Burn, but Goblins is fairly annoying for me as well. So So we know they have a Chieftain, which they can also cast. So might need to try and brainstorm into Bolt here before combat if they cast the Chieftain. Yeah, so we're going to brainstorm here. No Bolt, so we're going to take some damage and they're going to get some extra cards in play. That's kind of bad for us. We're going to be in a little bit up shit creek. I'm going to put these 2 brainstorms back. We'll draw 1 next turn. It's not good for us. Alright, so we know about Lackey, we know about Chieftain. Here comes Ringleader. So we're going to get some more information about what's in their hand. We're going to have a little bit of trouble dealing with this card advantage. I need to draw... So I got Gem Commissary, Lackey, Matron. So I need to draw Pyroclasm, which I know I'm not drawing. I will draw a Brainstorm, so I'll be able to like fetch Brainstorm. Maybe draw into some type of sweeper. Another... Oh my god. That's right, they drew another Lackey. That's not good. Oh, we're taking some damage here. So 2, 4, 6, 11, or 2, 4, 6, 9. I can do math. I can do maths real good. So we're at 6. What you got, buddy? If it's not more Chieftains, I'll be okay. Why are you not putting things into play? Okay. So, yeah. Here we definitely need to brainstorm. Oh, should have probably fetched first. Cruel Ultimatum's been in the deck. What the hell's going on there? Thought I got rid of it. Cruel Ultimatum might be one of the only things that can save us awkwardly, though. I think I want to keep one of these Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to want to Thoughtseize them. I can actually brainstorm again. Really, really hoping to find... This has to be an island, I think. Really hoping to find the sweeper here. Pyroclasm will just wipe their board. Found Cruel Ultimatum and Thoughtseize again. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Did the shuffle even shuffle my deck? Like, come on. I mean, we're just dead. I'm just kind of curious what they have in their hand at this point. They have Tarfire, they have Matron. Okay, they have a decent amount. Yeah, we're just fucking dead. So I'm just gonna go ahead and concede. I boarded out Cruel Ultimatums. I guess Cruel Ultimatums in the late game could be fine. We need as much as possible. We didn't have quite enough mana to cast it. I can't believe I put back Thoughtseize, Cruel Ultimatum, and then drew it off Brainstorm after fetching. Weird. Weird stuff. Okay, so 0-2 now. So I might have punted against Br Reanimator in game 2. Actually, sideboarding against Br Reanimator. I forgot about Crypt Breaker. Should have done that. In game 3, I used Counterspell on Faith Looting. Then they just had the land, Dark Ritual, Tomb, Exhume for Crystalbrand. We just couldn't beat that at that point. They just got us, so it happens. Goblins just kind of ran us over with the game 1 with a few Cavernous Souls, and then game 3, they were able to resolve multiple Ringleaders. It's unfortunate, but it happens. I also probably should have just let them eat the Innocent Blood with their Matron and then Thoughtseized away the other Ringleader, because that's what really gave them all the gas they had. Yeah, play first, so we're on the play pretty much at all. You would think so, Tom. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. We have the possibility for an early Bolt, we have Counterspell, Jace, and then Cruel Ultimatum's probably going to get shuffled away the Brainstorm at some point. But who knows? Cruel Ultimatum could end up being something we cast this game, and it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Low spell Badlands. Blackguard Reanimator. I guess it could be Tess. Okay, you're going to name Force, you're not going to see a Force. Oh, they target themselves, naming Gristlebrand. They're going to reanimate the Gristlebrand. Okay. Well, they haven't seen our hand. So maybe they draw 7 cards, go to 5, and then it doesn't matter. We still can't do anything about that. Is there a possible way I can kill them after they did that? Huh. Yeah. Unmask. Pitching Exhume. I'm just going to go ahead and conceal some information. We don't need them to know too much about our deck, especially the Cruel Ultimatum part. Although Cruel Ultimatums come out anyway. I'll definitely hide some information from them. Bring these in. Bring these in. Edicts. I want Thoughtseizes. I don't know if I want Thoughtseizes. So I'm definitely boarding up Fatal Pushes and Innocent Bloods. Jaces are kind of slow, which is what I decided last time. So I'm going to bring in 3 Thoughtseize as well, and I'll bring in 2 Dialogue Edicts. Probably drop a counterspell. Feel a little awkward. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I know what I want to do. Screw Thoughtseize. I'm just going to... Oh, no, Thoughtseize is on the play I definitely want. So I'll do that. Board those out. We'll keep bolts in. It's possible it should be those instead of bolts, but I'm going to keep the bolts in to be safe. There's bolts. No counter magic though, so I don't know if I can keep this. This sucks. Yeah, I gotta get something relevant. Okay, so we can Thoughtseize and also have Spell Pierce for the next turn. So we're gonna keep this. Island on top's great because we need the land. We're gonna have to fetch though, which sucks. I guess that doesn't matter. So I guess we just hold up for Spell Pierce. Hope they don't do anything. Next time we can Thoughtseize and hold up Spell Pierce. Unmask. Okay. What'd you pitch? Entomb? Uh-oh. Not a good sign. What are they taking? Took the Thoughtseize. So they're likely on a slower... Yeah, they're on a slower draw. Okay. Why did I just fetch? We're going to have to go see whatever. So you go. Alright, our opponent still has perfect information about what's in our hand. Assume my opponent's just trying to draw to discard. Maybe they're just waiting for a land. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Unmask. So we're going to go ahead and just Spell Pierce that. Don't want to let them have any more information they need. Alright, we're going to see what the hell they have going on over there. I think I'm just going to take the Entomb here. I don't think taking the Ritual really does enough. Taking the Entomb's like their enabler. So I'm going to do that. Kind of sucks they have double Cobble Therapy in hand. It's a little annoying. But, oh well. Okay. End of their turn, cast Accumulate Knowledge, and likely try to resolve a Jace after that. Oh no, I just passed till response. That was stupid. Okay, whatever. We're passing again. Should really shut off most of these. Oh, I missed my window to Accumulate Knowledge. That sucks. Yeah, Unmask. I'm just gonna go ahead and counterspell that. They got rid of Dark Ritual. Okay. Play to Marsh Flats. We know they got rid of... We could just Cobble Therapy here. We know they got rid of Dark Ritual, so most likely won't be a Dark Ritual play. Yeah, Cobble Therapy. There it is. Okay. Hopefully they don't think of naming Jace the Mind Sculptor. I forget what cards they have seen. I don't think Jace is in my hand. Yes, it was. Shit. I got a 2-for-1. That sucks. Ugh, fuck this deck, man. Fuck it so hard in the ear. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to cast Accumulate Knowledge now. I had not gotten a chance to cast it. I need to actually do it. So now they have another Therapy, Exhume, Faith Looting, and a card we don't know of. They try to just therapy me here. I think I have to actually surgical it. Surgical something. Looting. Okay. Oh, they discarded Fatty. We're in good shape. That sucks. Isn't that both those Jaces sucks hard? It's possible they're going to name the Dialogue Edict here. AK overall is fine, especially when you're in a slower like the first few turns. I'm just holding up mana, getting ready to counter your spells, stuff like that. Like AK is fine in those situations, but in some situations where like you really just want like the 1-mana Ponder or whatever, like it's definitely rough on those situations just because it doesn't cost 1 mana, it costs 2. But over the course of a game, like drawing 2, 3, or 4 cards at a time, then Snapcaster hitting them back, it's actually just like really good. Alright. So my opponent's sticking to some discard most likely. Um, they know we have Surgical and Bolt, I believe. Oh, real cards is shown here. Okay. So they know about that as our hand currently. Well, looting. AK is probably better when you're on less counter magic and more removal. To be fully honest about how that goes. I try. I'm definitely gonna brainstorm. I want to be as mana efficient as possible. I definitely need to draw something relevant. I'm fine with all these cards, so I'm just gonna actually AK and get them all back. Okay. Force is fine. So I need to draw something relevant. Losing both my Jaces really sucked. Even a Snapcaster Mage here would be okay. Unmask. Target me. Nope. You can go to hell. How's that sound? How's that sound targeting me? So it's revealed. What they have exiled currently? It's living in 2 in Spell Therapy. Yeah, I'm fine with them having that, whatever. Alright, so I don't know the contents of their hand at the moment. And they still know about Lightning Bolt Surgical. So that's where we're at currently in this game. I need to draw a Snapcaster Mage, a Jace, something relevant. Maybe even a Kess. Kess would be great too. I really want to interact with this card, so I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. If I just get God again, I'm so pissed. I have 2 cards in hand, there's no way I get God here, right? Cast, okay. So we're going to hard cast the Force Will on that one. Another Force Will, cool. Okay. Come on, Jace, Snapcaster Mage. Another Accumulated Knowledge even, something. Cobble Therapy. Really sick of this shit. Just go ahead and Force Will that. We have 2 cards in hand, no creatures in graveyard. I think we're okay. They would have to have something to bin a creature plus reanimation spell, which we can still surgical in response to. Another land, cool. So we're 1 black source away from casting Cruel Ultimatum if we do draw it. Which we shouldn't, right? I boarded those out? Cool. Yeah. All the games I boarded out seems like we could use it. Oh yeah, there we go, perfect. There's the black sorcery that we'd be looking for if we were going to cast Cruel Ultimatum. My opponent's trying really hard to find a bin spell, a reanimation spell, and a discard spell to get the surgical out of our hand. They've gone through 3 Cobble Therapies, 4 Unmasked. So they have like probably another Cobble Therapy in the deck. They might have some number of Thoughtseize. I could not tell you. I'm going to try and brainstorm here. I got to get something. Eh, close. Boy. So I definitely want to play. I don't think I need to play a land this turn. So I think I'm fine with putting back Orborg Surgical, pulling up Snapcaster so I can hold up Brainstorm again, or Accumulate Knowledge, I guess. Accumulate Knowledge, I'd like to get another one in the graveyard before I actually start flashing any of them back, but we do need to draw cards. We need to get something going, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now, actually. Alright, so we're going to draw 2 cards off this. Draw Orborg and Surgical. It gets us past the Brainstorm card, which is kind of what I was really looking to do. And this also gets some pressure into play, so it means like we're going to... Hopefully we can start getting their live till down. We can shut down their reanimation spells. It worked in game 1 against the other Black Red Reanimator deck, so hopefully it works in this game as well. So we're both on a lot of land at the moment. I may start throwing bolts at the face. Okay. So we have another Accumulated Knowledge. That's pretty cool. I have a lot of cards. I guess we only got to draw 2 because we already flashed one back. That's sad. I want to draw all the cards. Not some of them, all of them. Thoughtseize. Probably just force all of that, I guess. Force Will. Hardcast that. So if they try to throw another discard spell at us, we can just Fluster Storm it. Definitely going to cast this Killing Knowledge now, so we can draw some more cards. We're actually in the range where, well, that's not quite there, but we're going to Thought Seize them, see what they got in hand. We're going to try and circle some shit out. Black, Surgical, targeting Griselbrand. No, we're going to use that black mana. Yeah, there you go. So they scooped before we got to look at their deck, which means they probably have some type of tech. So I'm definitely going to want some Pyroclasms here. I don't think Dialogue Geeks are going to be as good post-board, especially going like the Crypt Breaker plan. So I think they're going to be fast enough. I don't think we need all the counter spells, all that. It's tempting to do Toxic Deluge just as another out to like if they go wide on creatures or if they go big creatures and they name like blue or red or whatnot. But I think this is going to be fine. I think this is going to be a fine configuration of the deck post-board. It's possible I can get rid of more Jaces, but I honestly I could have died for a Jace that game. This hand's probably fine. It's got the Force, Spell Pierce, Pyroclasm. I do need a red source of Pyroclasm. It's got like Brainstorms and stuff. They have a fucking Chancellor. Of course they have a fucking Chancellor. Yes, they also have discard and turn 1 Fatty. Right? Come on. You know you have it all. That's what this deck does. Yeah, there it is. So we're going to let them take our Forcible here. So they got rid of Exhume. It's one last reanimation spell they could have. I took Brainstorm. Okay. They might have left Forcible because they know we can't cast it anyways. Br Reanimator does one thing very well. If it stumbles on doing that one thing, it is an absolute shit deck. Just my opinion. Hollow Ferret, oh my god. Wow, they got it all. What are you doing with your last 2 mana? Are they actually going to have Entomb and Reanimate as their last 2 spells in hand? Oh, Exhume Chancellor. I see what's going on. So they're going to get a Chancellor into play, which is actually going to be really tough for us to answer. Okay, so I see what they're doing. They didn't target me with that. That makes sense. Okay. So, I boarded out the fucking Dialogue Geeks, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Look at that. What a genius I am. Oh my god, what an opening hand they had. That was disgusting. So we need to survive till we hit Jace. No, we can't even do that because this is a actual Force Spike while it's in play in general. It's not just the one time. So we actually have to pay 2 for our first spell we're going to resolve. I really don't have any way to kill this right now, right? I need to fetch land to see what's in my deck. Those awkward moments you really wish you had a stupid Baleful Strix. Trying to think what I could possibly do to just get them. So I have to pop the first Chancellor trigger at some point. So I think end of their turn, I'm going to probably try and cast Brainstorm. Just let it get countered. I'm going to let them try to cast a spell first so I can possibly make Spell Pierce or whatever, but... That was a very good turn 1 on the thing. I'm going to go ahead and Spell Pierce that. Doesn't matter. No, I will not be paying for that because I can't pay for the other one. Alright, so we cleared the first Chancellor trigger. Nope. brainstorm response to that. See what we got on top of the deck. None of this really matters. Yeah, we're just dead. We can't do anything about that. Okay, 0-3. Played Br Reanimator twice. What the hell is happening to leagues? Also played Goblins. Really odd. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Got quite a few people in here tonight, actually. Thanks everyone stopping by. Who do we have in chat? We got Aaron from Turn 1 Thoughtseize. We've got Banan and Nanan. Thanks for coming by. Bloodluster, thanks for coming by. Commander Root, good to see you again. Early interaction, some card draw. Yeah, we're going to keep this. Decaf Smurf, thanks for coming by. One of my regulars. Electrical Skateboard, you've become a regular. Appreciate to see you. What else we got? Legacy Goblins. Don't know who you are, and I apologize if I insulted you by shitting on goblins earlier. Let's see how many gifts I get. I like that. Gifts are great. We got Tom Hepp. Good to see you as well, even though it's not usually good to see you, buddy. So we're getting to rust off an Orborg. This could be the Rack. This could be Pox. Not quite sure. We're going to find out, though, I'm sure. P-New, thanks for stopping by. Please give sub mystery gift. I'm not going to be giving one to you at the moment. But thanks for stopping by. The Evil Mailman, you're one of the old ones. How you doing? The Hackbert, obviously. Thanks for stopping by, Matt. Kendra, you're still here. I wonder why we're losing. Thomas Smiley, you're chatting right now. Thanks for coming by, buddy. B&K I'm not familiar with, and Virgo Pros. Thank you both for stopping by. I'm going to go back to focus to the... Oh, yeah, true. Playing versus Steps, probably, yep. Yeah, I'm fucked. Okay, so we need to counter this Hex Mage. That's what we need to do. So we're going to Volk. Lurking as always. That's right, Evil Mailman. Get Underground Say. We're going to cast Accumulate Knowledge. See if we can draw a Force. Pitch the other Accumulate Knowledge, which makes me sad, but hey, look at that. Force of Will. So we buy ourselves a turn or two. So that's cool. They still have Orborg, which is not great for us. I guess I could have gotten another Volk since we have the Underground Sea. Yeah, so they have crop rotation. They still just get to crop rotate for a Thespian stage. The next turn they can make a dark. They can make the copy and do all that. We encroach in Modern. Encroach is such a sweet card. Another Hex Mage. Okay, yeah. Can't do anything about that. I just went ahead and did that, huh? Okay. So I'm not worried about Jace or anything like that. So if we top deck a land here, we can bounce this if they don't have Security Step. We got a backup depth, so that's not great for us. Pithing Needle. No, I didn't respond. Oh, we can still tap this for black, so it doesn't matter. I'm hoping they name Scalding Tarn. They don't name Jace. They likely name Jace here. They named Jace. Okay, so we are just dead, right? Like there's nothing in them. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the main board that can save us from that, but I don't think there is. That was still a pretty ballsy play. So we can't cast Cruel Ultimatum yet. Oh, we have Innocent Bloods in this deck. So we're not dead. We're not just dead to that. We're not rights to dead, so that's cool. Alright. Come on, Innocent Blood. Come on, Innocent Blood. which I'm likely assuming. Fatal Push! Oh, you asshole. My deck is an asshole. I have more instant bloods than Fatal Push is. What a jerk you are, deck. Diabolic Eaters are coming in for sure. Thought Seizes I'm not huge on, but I think they come in for sure. Can break up some fast combos on the play. Fatal Pushes are probably weak. Don't think Cruel Demand is ever going to be fast enough or ever matter. I could talk to the Deluge for 20. So maybe I keep the Cruel Demands in so my life total can go above 20. That probably makes sense, right? I think I want... So I don't like this. Like, I know Tom's going to hate me for this. I'm going to bring in Surgicals because if I can answer the first Merit Lage, answering multiple Merit Lages is actually a problem, so I'm actually going to bring in Surgicals here. I'm sure Tom's going to, like, weep and be really upset, but I don't care. And I don't like Counterspell here. Blood has way additional value if they take second in line. Yeah, I don't really have much option. If I can answer Merit Lage once, answering multiple Merit Lages is a problem for me. Answering one is not particularly an issue. So I think I have to board him in, even though it's not particularly great. And I'm going to drop AJ's. Jace is still kind of slow, so. They'll probably have an Arbor post board. Yeah, that's fair. If they have an Arbor post board and I can't answer the first Merit Lage, I'm just dead regardless, so it really doesn't matter. I didn't board out bolts, right? Yeah, so I can still, I boarded out bolts, whatever. Yeah, Surgical's way better with Wasteland, of course. I'll start on the Scala Guitar and pass. Well, then I can now hardcast the Surgical without worrying. That's cool. So I can play this essentially Badlands, or I can play this Volk. I need the blue up, so I'm going to play the Volk. Looking forward to my 04. Hexmage, right after that. Come on. Give priority back to me so I can counterspell that. Yeah, if every other card in your deck though is bad, then it's better than every other card in that deck, so might not be great, but it's not terrible either. Okay. Counterspell not great. Yeah. The Surgical has to hit a Dark Depths. It can't hit a... I can't be dicking around with Hex Mages with Surgical, so... Ghost Quarter. Okay. That's fine. Plenty of basics in here. We got 5 more. You have a Pithing Needle. I do have Hex Mage covered anyway. Plenty of counter magic. Aiming Jason Line Sculptor again. Okay, so we're going to need a K command to answer that eventually. It might have been worth it to counter. I'd rather hold up mana to counter like a Hex Mage. My own Orborg. Sweet. My very own Orborg. I'm so happy right now. Now we have swamps for days. Elvish Spirit Guides. So we're likely seeing a crap rot. So we're just going to counterspell that. So we have to keep them off land scooters at this point. Ugh, that card's annoying. And I think I actually have to counter it. Oh, I do not want to counter that spell. Oh, that hurts. It really hurts. I don't want to counter it, but I have to counter it. Alright, we're countering it. I don't like it, but we're countering it. We're going to get rid of Pierce. Pierce is going to fall off shortly, so we can't cast it currently, so it doesn't matter. Wow, that felt bad. I hurt right now. I'm hurting inside. Thoughts you use. Let's see what you got in hand. Snow-covered swamp. Sweet, get got. Not Thoughtseize that away. Oh, there's a card we knew about. I don't know what else I have in hand. Alright, need some type of card advantage here. Need some accumulate knowledge to start drawing. I need some brainstorms, whatever. Need some more blue sources. What do you got? Uh-oh. They're going for the manual countdown. Yeah, I mean, Surgical's not doing work right now, but like I said, my only real way to beat this deck is if they make their first melee deck and answer it, and then I counter the, then I get rid of Dark Depths. It's the only way I can really beat this deck. Really, it's really still my best option. It's not pretty. I don't like it. It's not, but it's my best option. So I can't really. Ugh. Forcing this is gonna feel bad. Kind of hoping they just go for it. Hopefully I can draw out the second outlet. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. Well, getting rid of Hex Mages now. It's possible crop rotations are a better target, but draw step, yeah, I don't care to try and fuck that up. Fairy Macabre. Okay. Why would you? Fairy Macabre in this matchup's got to be worse than like Surgical, right? Like that's terrible. Sure, you had a Fairy Macabre. You can shut down Snapcaster Mage one turn. Sounds great. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna cast Brainstorm here. We're gonna see what the. No, we're not. Not that. That. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Fuck me in the ear. So bad. 3 lands like that? Come on. Come on, deck. Yeah. We're both running weak sideboard cards here. Dark Depths is getting scary on its own. It's interesting they haven't held up green mana once that they've been doing that. I feel like you probably want to hold up green mana, right? I don't know why I was casting Brainstorm and stuff. I was hoping for like a Snapcaster Mage or something relevant so I can get something going. Ooh, we got another Brainstorm I can cast End Step, Tom. How exciting. So like they haven't kept up green at all when they're doing this. Like I'm assuming you want to keep up green. Like I don't know if I guess there's really nothing I could like do in response to just destroy it. Like Sinkhole and instant speed. That's not really a thing. Oh, that sucks. Brainstorm, see if we can draw force. See, Surgical Equipment's so great. Oh, that's Jace we can't do anything with. And 2 more lands. Perfect. Well, fuck this game. We lose. Oh, God, that was horrible. Those draws were so bad. Yeah, I definitely should have brainstormed my turn when I could have made sure I'd only had to draw. I didn't have to draw 2 more of those cards. Drawing like fetch land, 2 other lands, like I could have fetched and not had to draw the second or third land that I had. In the end, didn't particularly matter. But I guess I would have seen 1 more card that wasn't 3 land. That was rough. All right, 0-4. Where are your trophies, Negator? Oh, hey, QB Turtle. I just beat them 2-0 the other night. I had a bunch of trophies. 4 trophies. That's cool. Now it's for the pride. Yeah, now it's for the pride. I mean, it's not really for the pride. There's no pride involved in my life. Come on, really? Oh, really? Nice. QB Turtle has been on like Grixis control or whatever. I don't know how I won, but I won 2-0 on Black White Pox. QB Turtle is my 5th round and my 3rd win to win my ticks back, which is kind of cool. I don't recognize most of these people. I know Pakula is Chris Pakula. IAT is fuck. IAT is the Death and Taxes like white red pilot. What's his name? Eat. Is it Eat something? Etai, right? Yeah, I don't know most of these people. I don't pay attention to leagues enough for who's winning or who's who. Oh, Bob Buttons, I recognize that. Oh, look, we got a match. Sweet. Let's do it. Yeah, Etai, that's it. Hey, we lost the die roll. Christ. I'm terribly sorry. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute this real quick. Alrighty, we're back. This is bad. Mulligan. No, house is not on fire. Not really sure exactly what that was. Jason's nice. On the draw. Yeah, it's fine. We'll draw Jace. Why not? Yeah, my house is not on fire. Did a lot of cooking and stuff today, so I think there was just some lingering smoke and stuff. I don't really know what the answer is. But there's no fire anywhere. I'm not lightheaded, so I don't think it's carbon monoxide, so I should be fine. I cooked like burgers that like you smother in onions, you fry them up in some butter, and then you just let them simmer a while with beef gravy and stuff. My wife made um, hot sauce tonight, and then what else? She made bagels. Um, I cooked some steak earlier, so quite the day of cooking. Nope, no kids. My time is my time. It's delightful. How's it going, Pure Grosu, by the way? So we drove an extra land, which is kind of what we wanted. We'll play that out. Moving Tar Pit. So this is blue-black control that we're against right now. Um, at the moment, we're not thinking anytime soon, but one day maybe. Kind of tempted to like spell pierce that just to try and get like a reaction out of them, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I could fight a smarter battle. Kids are fine, but right now, Kate and I just really aren't into having kids. So we're gonna wait a bit at the very least. I can borrow yours, so thank you so much, Tom. So my opponent and I are both building our mana pretty well. They're on the play, so they're going to be a little ahead in mana, so it's going to be a little tougher for us when we have to pick a fight. We did draw more cards, so cards like Force Will are more even for us than they are for our opponent. I'm going to try resolving Accumulated Knowledge right now, see what happens. Sorry, Tom, no thanks. Not happening. Oh, the Cruel Ultimatum, perfect. That's just the card we wanted here. Alright, we're going to play a Volcanic Island, and we're going to pass. We'll need something to answer this Cruel Creeping Tar Pit. So Fatal Push, Bolt, anything like that. Snapcaster Mage. It's probably going to be Snapcaster Mage, like Ponder or Preordain. I don't know that I actually care about that. Cast a Brainstorm response. Right, we're going to put back these two Cruel Ultimatums. We're not be casting those anytime soon. Yeah, we'll let the Snapcaster Mage resolve. We're going to counter the... we will counter the cantrip they try to cast. They're clearly just trying to build their mana. We would like our mana to be in better shape than theirs. So I'm going to go ahead and Spell Pierce that. So I know I don't want to draw either one of those Cruel Ultimatums at this moment. The Cruel Ultimatums are something I'm going to want to draw when I'm at, like, 8 mana in play, 9 mana in play. There's a good chance they have Wastelands, so this Blue Delta is probably going to want to get a Swamp. This is just going to get a Valkyr. I'm going to cast another Accumulated Knowledge. I'm trying to get out of it. We're not in the mirror. This is just blue-black control. Which means they'll have stuff like Fatal Push and whatnot. They won't have things like Bolts or Cooldown's Command, which I think puts us a little bit ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just resolve this Innocent Blood now and answer the Snapcaster Mage. We're going to keep them off mana at the moment. Could have been correct to resolve a Jace and tick up so we're out of Creeping Tar Pit range. I don't think a Jace would resolve there. I'd rather have Jace with a mana or 2 up, plus like Brainstorm, or plus like Force or whatnot. So we're going to wait a little bit. We're not in a rush at the moment, so it's not really particularly an issue. Definitely want to find an answer to this Creeping Tar Pit within the next few turns, because this probably will start getting fired up shortly. If they fire up here, that's going to be very suspect. Inquisition and Kozilek. So I guess we're casting a Snapcaster Mage here, because we don't just want to lose it. So we're going to cast Snapcaster Mage. It's the only card that can actually hit in our hand. I think I'm just going to target Brainstorm for now. Right? Maybe it's just Accumulate Knowledge. I'm just going to do Accumulate Knowledge. At the end of the turn, we're going to try and just resolve Accumulate Knowledge, get a couple more cards in our hand. Hopefully we'll get some permission and whatnot. So Inquisition's going to resolve. We're going to open up Graveyards, because Graveyards are relevant on Snapcaster Mage Mirrors. So this looks like the blue-black control deck that did well at like the recent, what was it, like GP or something. It was like a recent GP or SEG or something. A blue-black control deck was in top. It was like 4 Brainstorm, 4 Preordain. This also has some Potters, which is weird. The deck also had like Inquisition and Kozilek and whatnot. So I think this is kind of like that version, that kind of deck. They should be running Standstills, quite frankly, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I'm a believer in Standstill. We'll go to end step. I'm going to try and flashback that Accumulate Knowledge. It's a decent chance they're holding up like Fatal Push. Yeah, I don't really care about Fatal Push. That's fine. At a turn, we're going to try and draw 2 cards here. They might have Spell Pierce at this point, or Force or something, but if they're going to Force, pitch a blue card, plus... Oh, they have Plus Storm. Okay, that's fine. It's a lot of spells this turn, so yeah, that's cool. Okay. No, we're not going to pay that. We can't pay that at all. So we lose one of our Accumulated Knowledge. Not a big deal. Okay, we're just going to F6. I don't want to wait for this whole crap. They can't cast anything else this turn. They don't have land mana up, and Yeah, there's just nothing else they can cast right now, so no reason not to F6 here. Both players should have F6 there. All right, so we get to. They have Force. We're not going to resolve the Jace. If they do have Force, we get to resolve Jace, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and Jace. I'm going to Fate Seal them. They don't have a fetch land in play right now, so I'd like to just kind of start controlling their top decks. No, they can have that card. That's perfectly fine. And then I'll pass turn. If they somehow can kill this Jace, well, I think this first turn I definitely plus it, targeting them, and then next turn I'm probably going to 0. If I find an answer for the Screaming Tar Pit, then I can, more aggressively just get card advantage from Jace. We know at least one of the cards in their hand right now is a Fatal Push. And this is going to take at least 2 turns to answer the Jace. It's possible +2 targeting ourselves to make sure what our top deck is probably better. It's definitely possible. And plus we can +2 if we don't like the card on top, we can fetch it away. So that might have been better, but right now I really need to find removal for this Creeping Tar Pit. I'm going to 0 the Jace this time. No removal. Okay. So I'll put back Jace, Mountain. I'm going to fetch. I'll get another Underground Sea. While their defenses are down, I'm going to cast Accumulated Knowledge, draw some cards. Let's find Jace fetch right now. K-Command, that works too. K-Command can answer Creeping Tar Pit. Play the Underground Sea, pass turn. So we're at mana where we can cast Cruel Ultimatum, which is kind of nice. I don't know if their top card was that they drew here. That can resolve. I want to be able to K-Command and counterspell. So I really want to kill this Creeping Tar Pit. So like right now they're restricted to like 1 mana once they attack a Creeping Tar Pit. I can K-Command, shock the Tar Pit, and make them discard. So if they force us and we counterspell the force, they're out of cards. We also still kill the Creeping Tar Pit. And then we have Jace on board, so I'm definitely happy with that exchange if that's what happens. So target player discards and 2 damage. So that. So they could have Flush the Storm or Spell Pierce. Flush the Storm would be very good here. Okay, what they discard? They discarded Fatal Push, which we knew about. So now Jace can just go to town on 0, just getting card advantage in the control mirror. We're drawing a lot of Jaces. I definitely don't need this many land though, so I think I just have to put a land back. I'm going to fetch that away. I'll get a basic swamp. And we'll pass turn. So we're fighting the land power deck, which isn't great. If we can find a Cruel Ultimatum here, it's actually really good. They'll have to discard 3 cards, which means we'll put them to 0, which will be great. Let's keep zeroing this Jace. Alright, 2 land back. Fetch land. We're going to go ahead and fetch now. So I feel like that actually worked out pretty well. We forced our opponent to draw a Fatal Push, what we could have put on bottom. We're able to keep our Jace around. I probably should have +2 targeted myself anyway. The Fatal Push on top of their deck didn't matter. So now their fetch land's not in play. I'm actually tempted to start Jace targeting them. Okay. They have another fetch land in play, whatever. I'm going to start taking up Jace. We have a decent amount of interaction in hand. Nope, they can have that. That's fine. Another fetch land in play. Pass turn. Accumulate knowledge in our graveyard. 2. Okay. I'd like to find my 3rd accumulated knowledge. So they fetched away another Flood Strand, so as far as we're aware, they don't have fetch land on top. We're just gonna keep the Jace train going up. Yeah, we'll put Thoughtseize on bottom. Thoughtseize probably doesn't matter, but I'd rather not fight over Thoughtseize on the stack. And probably end of their turn, I want to throw a Bolt and Snap Bolt them. So I'll put them to 9. Snapcaster Mage can start actually becoming a clog. Our Jace is only at 6, so Jace is likely not going to be fast enough to get there anytime soon. And we lost a lot of time due to the fact I had to step away because of the smoke detectors, so we're going to go ahead and bolt them. Try to snap. And then bolt them again. We have another snap. Oh, we do have another Snapcaster Mage. Crap. I probably should have actually flashback K command, returning out of the Snapcaster Mage. I didn't think of that. Okay. So we have another bolt now. I think I actually might just be able to kill him. You are going to fail push my Snapcaster Mage. Sure. You just want to drag this out, that's fine with me. Yeah, we'll put that on bottom. I don't want to take a chance that they just get us with it. So we're going to go ahead and bolt. So this puts them to 6, then we can K command and snap bolt, I think. So we need 6 minutes. Yeah, we have enough. So we're going to go ahead and just try and kill them now, I think. So return to Snapcaster Mage, shock them. Snapcaster Mage. Oh, I guess we don't have quite enough to kill them. I was one damage off apparently. That's why math pays off. So we're gonna shut down fetch lands and force of will. So that's kind of cool. We still have counterspell, brainstorm, so we're still looking pretty good. Instant blood, I love it. You can have that. Instant blood's a good card, turns out. Kess would be great. Force is fun. Okay. Tick up, target them, preordain. Yes, I'll put that on bottom. I don't want them to have the redraw. If I can just draw like a bolt here, or cool ultimatum, that's cool. Put back Instant Blood Jace. Black, 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 red, red, blue, blue, cool ultimatum. Choose them. Well, see if they can interact with this. I have counterspell, force blue card up. Okay, so they did. They did. So I shouldn't have revealed Cruel Ultimatum. In general, I don't think Cruel Ultimatum is going to be good post boards. I don't think Cruel Ultimatum is actually good here, so I'm actually going to get rid of Cruel Ultimatum. I'm bringing Thoughtseize. I'm going to bring in some Fluster Storms. I don't think anything else here is really relevant. It's possible I should have Bitter Blossom on my radar. I don't think Bitter Blossom is actually going to be a thing. Innocent Bloods, I don't particularly... I think that deck ran Gurmag Angler, so I think Innocent Bloods are actually going to be fair here. So I'm going to drop some Fatal Push. And I think I want to drop... On the draw, I think I'm going to keep Forces. On the play, I might drop one. But on the draw, I'm going to drop a Counterspell. Yeah, I didn't mean to be like... I didn't do it to be like a dick or anything. I just wanted to close it out, and apparently I miscalculated how much damage I could deal. Apparently 2, 3... 3, 2, and 3 is 8, not 9. I don't know how I couldn't figure that out, but whatever. Well, if they draw both undead, yeah. So I'm in 2 Fluster Storms, 3 Thoughtseize. I'm out 2 Cool Ultimatums, 2 Fatal Push, and 1 Counterspell. Yeah, I'm fine with keeping this. We got some mana, which is great. We got a K command, we got Bolt, we got Instant Blood, we got Cure Knowledge, so this seems fine. Doesn't look like they're running Wasteland, so I told my opponent that I'm going to scoop some since I'm 0-4, but I want to play it out anyway. If that's okay with them. So that's what I just typed to my opponent. If I had at least one win by now, I'd probably just be a douchebag, or a dream, just dream crush. But at the same time, like I love the deck that they're playing. Like when I saw that deck list, I was like, wow, I could really see myself playing that. But it's cool. I said thanks, dude. Okay for me. I said good game so far. Last game was actually pretty good. It was decent. Decent amount of back and forths. I got lucky being able to resolve the. I got lucky being able to resolve the Jace. Well, I'm not casting any brainstorms, so I don't see a reason to put a fetch land in play yet. I guess putting a fetch land in play to open up Bolt potentially is good, but I'm wondering if my opponent's playing back to basics. That'd be really rude. I'd like it. I'm gonna try and end step just AK. The cantrip's fine. I don't think my opponent should interact with this, but they might. I definitely think I'm going to eventually want a Scalding Tarn to be able to fetch out basic. Click. Okay, so you're immediately rude. Gotcha. We're going to counterspell that click. Okay. So they're immediately rude and tried resolving click. That's delightful. So I just realized my sideboard has like no Pyroblast, no Hydroblast. I definitely want some number of those. So that's going to be a change I'll probably make in the future, especially the Pyroblast. Like, I think Pyroblast is just too good in this deck. Playing red and blue, you might as well be running Pyroblast, quite frankly. And I was like running some number of Hydroblast for like Blood Moon and all that BS. Yep, Jace resolves. You just go ahead and brainstorm. I'm going to fetch a Bulk and Bolt. After that, you go ahead and brainstorm. So, Bulk, Bolt, target Jace. See if you have Force of Will in hand. No, you don't. You lose your Jace. Awesome. So usually against a Bolt deck, if they have mana up, I try to plus 2 my Jaces. Habit I've been trying to get into at least when running Jace, just because obviously you have to worry about just being like, oh, 0 my Jace without any type of interaction in hand, and then they just bolt and you lose it. So here's our own Jace. They didn't counter the bolt, but they hadn't resolved it yet, though, is the only thing. So I kind of want to try and jam a Jace here. I don't know if it's correct, because I don't have Force. They might have Force now. I'm going to try it. Alright, we got away with it. They don't have bolts, so we're going to 0 our Jace. There's some forces. I'll put back Innocent Blood, K command, and then pass turn. So next turn we can actually resolve out Kess. And then from there, it's like this matchup's just probably going to be gravy. Like, Kess is going to be insane for us. It's going to provide us so much card advantage that we shouldn't have to worry. So we have K command. I'm not worried about Pithing Needle. We won't resolve Kess next turn. We'll just K command that, make them discard. And that's fine. Like, I could fight a battle over that with Force, but I don't think that's really where my efforts are best. I'd rather K command that, and then Jace brainstorm, and go from there. And have Force up for the whole time. One thing I found about blue control mirrors is you want to keep up on mana, and you want to be patient. I find a lot of people playing blue decks don't do that, especially myself especially. Like, I am really bad at being patient. But it's one thing I'm trying to get better about, and it's one thing I try to tell people when they try to play like grindy blue control decks like this, is you have to be patient with these decks. I don't want to pitch the accumulated knowledge, but I don't want to have them just counterspell the K command anyway, or just force will the K command, so I'm going to hold that up. I really need to answer that Pithing Needle and would like to answer the Pithing Needle. So this could be just counterspell, this could be Fluster. If it's Fluster Storm, we're fucked. We're not resolving this K command. If it's counterspell, we're okay. Oh, thank God. I don't want to lose cast, but don't have much choice. So we're going to hope they don't just have Force Will here. Okay, awesome. So we got rid of Brainstorm. Our Jace is now unlocked again. We can go back to zeroing our Jace, getting some advantage. We have not played a land. I don't need this Innocent Blood, and I don't think this counterspell is going to be relevant enough, so I'm going to go ahead and play this fetch land. I'm going to fetch. I'm going to get rid of those. I'll get another basic island. I do want to fetch out some basics in case this deck's a random back to basics deck. Because this deck could be a random back to basics deck. They did fetch. They fetched a swamp. They played islands and fetching islands and stuff. So I think they might be a back to basics sideboard. I don't remember the sideboard for that deck very well. Wastelands are a fun inclusion. So that shuts off this K command for a time being, which is fine. What you got? Snapcaster Mage? What do you got off that? Brainstorm, probably? Ponder? Okay. Ponder makes sense. Why not counter over command? Keep counter over command. Yeah, that was probably correct in the end. I wanted the command for value like this. Like, my opponent's probably going to tap at, like, my opponent's probably going to pass turn with a Snapcaster Mage in hand, 1 card in hand. K-Command having the ability to answer a card that can answer Jace plus remove a card in hand was kind of what I liked about K-Command over Counterspell. I also wasn't really accounting for the fact that I honestly was not accounting for the fact that I was about to play a second land and have Counterspell up. So it was a mix of both. There's a Counterspell. We'll wait. So we can't cast K-Command or Bolt. That's kind of awkward. So that was a boo-boo. I'm going to put back Lightning Bolt, K-Command. I'll play the Swamp. So I'll be able to hold up Counterspell and Accumulated Knowledge. I'll be able to draw 2 cards. So we'll see what happens. The Wasteland kind of hurt. But it's fine. At least the Snapcaster can never fully answer the Jace on its own. Yep. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and AK now. We'll draw 2 cards. We lost 1 AK, so the max we'll ever be able to draw off those is 3. Which makes me sad. Hey look, Volcanic Island, sweet. So we're going to go back to Brainstorming with Jace. What do you got? Notion Thief. No. No. No, you will not resolve that, but that's pretty sweet. Love the old Notion Thief in response to Jace. So we're not going to be able to resolve this Forceful at the moment anyway. Just going to put a Vulcan in play. I'm not going to shuffle right now because I don't want to just lose the Force in general. I will K-Command. We'll discard and shock. Notion Thief. That could have been a scary moment. They discarded Fatal Push, which is fine. Alright, so we're going to go back on the +2. I think we're going to go back on +2 Jace. We're about to draw a Force. Not Seize. You can have a Bolt. So we're about to draw a Force off the top, and then we can Jace +2. So I think we're looking pretty good right now. Nope, you can have that card. Play land. Go ahead. Right now I should just probably get... I might continue to 0 Jace now that he's back up to 3. My opponent's not playing with Flooded Strand we know about. Okay, they are playing. They played second lane. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go back to 0ing Jace. I definitely want to get some more cards in hand before we really try to lock him out that way. Another Accumulated Knowledge is nice. We'll do that. Alright, Orborg. So we're all going to have lots of black mana. We're going to draw 3 cards with this Accumulated Knowledge. You think I should just keep plussing Jace? Yeah. Wasteland's a little annoying. That's fine, though. Wasteland my Bulk. It's gonna bolt you. Okay. Yep, you wasted my Bulk. It's what? 1 Bulk down, 2 Bulks down? Okay, so if they have another Wasteland, they could potentially waste us off. Well, I guess we can just fetch a basic mountain, so I guess they can't really waste us off red sources. That's pretty good. I'm going to put back Underground Sea, Jace. I'll play this. I'm going to just go ahead and pass turn. I will start ticking up now that we're at this point. At this point, we have plenty of interaction on the stack. So it's definitely time to start ticking up again. Yeah, I don't want you to draw those cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and say Force Will that. I'm going to fetch now. We know we have Jace land on top, and I don't want to draw either of those. I draw basic mountain, so we're good as far as that goes. All right, start ticking up. Nope, you can draw that. You're going to fetch anyway, probably. You've been pretty good about fetching. Yeah, there you go. It's sad I had to pitch a Kest to a Force, but things like that happen in Magic. It's fine. What you casting, buddy? Leyline of the Void. I don't think I care. Just in case, we're going to see what we draw. Yeah, I don't care. You can have the Leyline of the Void. That's cool. I'm going to put back 2 lands. I'm going to fetch, and they can have that. Okay, you have a Leyline of the Void. My graveyard has plenty of juice in it already. Alright, definitely on the Jace tick up at this point. Oh, look, Snapcaster Mage, cool. Yeah, Yeah, I'll put that on bottom. I guess I could have let them have that and flash in a Snapcaster Mage in response. That'd be 2 life off them. I could snap bolt them, so they'd be down to 6. Make Snapcaster Mage a 3-turn clock, which is fair. So that might have been correct, but Tombstalker. Okay. Yeah. Can't allow that. Let's see. What we got? Is another Snapcaster Mage in here? No more Snapcaster Mage. So I could counterspell that. I can also bolt them. Yeah, I was gonna counterspell that. I was gonna say I could also like bolt them, like bounce that with Jace, like return. I don't think that's getting a little too artistic and cute, probably. But yeah, Tombstalker is one of the things that really I loved about in that deck that I saw. Tombstalker was real good. Yeah, like I said, just bouncing with Jace was just too cute for sure. I'm just gonna keep going up with Jace and try and close this out. We do have a limited amount of time, and I already told him I'm gonna skip to him anyway. Nope, you can keep the Leon on the Void. Yeah, all right. I think at this point I pretty much won this. I'm just gonna scoop to him shortly. Nope. All right, I'm gonna say good games to them. So I'm saying good games. Good luck on your 3-2. I know it's no fun. Oh no! There's a game 3. Oh god. Oh, here we go. We can just concede match that way. So yeah, we're not gonna make our opponent play that one out. Like we won. That's good. Got a 1-4 on this league. So good. So we're gonna pull this deck up. So this is Grix. This is Cruel Control and Legacy. Definitely some fixing that needs to be done. um, so I'm not really sure what fixing needs to be done. I think one of the Jaces can probably become a second Kess, maybe. Um, the counter spells can probably be trimmed for either more removal or something like spell snares, maybe more another bolt or like a Toxic Deluge main board. One of the Cruel Ultimatums can probably come out. I don't think we need 2 in here. And accumulated knowledges are probably accumulated knowledge I love, but it's probably just better being like Ponder or Preordain. Um, there could be argument to make room for 2 Pyromancer's Ascension, which is what I originally had. I originally had 2 Pyromancer's Ascension over the I think it was on 3 Counterspell in I don't think I was on any Fatal Push at the time. I don't remember what the last card. I think it was like a I don't remember. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Yeah, it was probably a 4th bolt. That's what it was. No Fatal Push, 1 less Counterspell, 4th bolt, 2 Pyromancer's Ascension. And I believe that's where I was on the deck when I originally had run this. But this is where we're at right now. That's some of the change. I think Pyromancer's Ascension is correct, and Pyromancer's Ascension should come back to the deck. I did used to have 2 Wastelands on the deck, just as like a random, like, I'll be able to actually do something against Green Black Depths, which we lost against, which is a tough matchup for us. I also had some number of Fulminary Mage post board, which also gave us some additional interaction with non-basic mana bases. So those are all options to be considered. The sideboard definitely needs. So I think the sideboard needs some number of like Pyroblast or Hydroblast. If we're gonna do it, probably drop a Tox Deluge. I don't know if Thought Seizes need to be in the deck at all. They've been okay, but I don't know if they're really necessary. Dreadnought probably doesn't need to be here with 2 Pyroclasms and a Tox Deluge, plus Bolts, plus Innocent Blood, plus Fatal Push, plus K Command. Like Death and Tax is a fine matchup. So like 1 Dreadnought, 1 Tox Deluge could easily get subbed out, and then like I don't know, maybe 1 Thoughtseize could become like a couple Pyroblast and a Hydroblast or something. Deck's fun. Like we got to kill someone Cruel Ultimatum. That was kind of sweet. But yeah, that's what the deck is. Um, so there's that. For anyone that hasn't really checked out my stream before, if you're new here, make sure to follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. My handle is @AaronGazaniga, which you can see at the bottom of my overlay. Um, I'm always trying to do some sweet brews. I'm trying to do like weird decks you might not see, like modern ports to legacy, stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing some Commander soon, trying to get a pod together of people. So if there's anything people want to see, if you all got a brew out there you want to work on, I'll happily collaborate with you. If you want to see it on stream, I'll pull it up on stream. Thanks to Card Hoarder and Hips of the Coast, I have access to most everything I need um, as far as like cards go. So, I definitely have a lot of options, and I'm more than open. I mean, you saw the deck I just ran tonight. It's Cruel Control and Legacy. Like, really? Cruel Ultimatum Legacy that's not being cast off Dream Halls with Conflux and Progenitus? Like, I'm definitely down to do pretty much whatever. So, if you want, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, get the latest updates on what I'm working on, and feel free to reach out if you have something sweet you want to work on together. But yeah, I'm gonna call it now on that stream. Thank you very much for stopping by, and hope you all have a good night.